Okay, guys. I think uh, I'll just gonna start off the meeting. Then we'll see how it's gonna goes, and if people are going to join. While we're not gonna wait for some people to, so we're just gonna start off now, and then we'll see how it goes. Uh, Today I was planning to do a midweek review, but I was planning to do a midweek review, but just due to what has been happening in the market, like especially EN pairs during this week. So I decided to do some few lesson or some few scenarios so that I'll show you how I do my analysis, or how I do like on the like how do I look at the market, and how do I what things do I look when I'm looking to enter trade and stuff. Like I have few examples that have been happening during this week, especially yen pairs. As you can see, my watch list, most of the pairs are the yen pairs. So I'm just gonna take you through that. Then maybe I think after 30 to 40 minutes, we'll be done with this session. So can you guys hear me? Okay. So those who join my premium group, I explain very well how do I look for, like how do I do my analysis. But all in all, the thing that I'm focusing on is key levels of the market, or I can say it's supply demand or something like that. So first of all, I do identify the trend of the market, whether we pushing to the downside, or the market pushing to the upside, or we are ranging. Or since we all know most of you guys are using Falcon Way, so we can say priority moving correctively so that it's ranging. So it's whether we push into the upside, or we're moving correctively, or we're pushing to the downside. So that is the thing that I'm always looking for, the trend. So that is the most important thing, because the trend, it always determines your trade, whether you're gonna be taking the counter trade, or you're gonna take in the trade that are in line with your trend. So there's gonna be few examples that I'll be showing you guys, so that you're gonna see what I'm trying to say when I'm talking about the trend. So like as you can see here, there's a structure that you can see on the DXY. So like the I don't want to mention some people's name, but what they normally say is that there's structure first and candlestick formation and second. If structure first, and then the second thing is candlestick formation. So for me, it is the trend identification, then candlestick, then the last thing that I look for is structure. So I'll explain that I'll explain everything what I'm trying to say right now when we go on with the session. So like what was happening, like especially just gonna let me just select any yen pair, like as you can see here. Let me go just to daily, yeah, we're on the daily time frame. As you can see here on the yen pairs, most of the yen pairs have been, we had some huge momentum to the upside, as you can see here on the JPY, as you can see, and then now we come into this area here at the top. So what I always look for when I'm doing my analysis is to understand or to identify where are we trading to, whether we going to the upside or ranging or we trading to the downside. So as you all know, excuse me. As you all know that price, it's moving like this, we're gonna form a higher high and then higher low, something like this. We form a high and then a low, something like this. So this is how the market's moving. So we're gonna form a high and then push to the downside to form a low, and then when we are at this area, we're expecting to form a new high. Then if we form a new high, then the most probable scenario is that we're gonna form a new low before we form a new high. So as you can see here, let's go to weekly. So as you can see here on the, let me just remove everything here, all drawings. As you can see, I'm gonna start off from here. You can see we push lower. I think this is it was around when we started this coronavirus thing here. As you can see, this is March here, March 2020, and then we push lower to the downside, and then the price push back to the upside, breaking this high, as you can see, and then we push lower, and then we come back to the upside. So what happened here, as you can see, we push, we form this low, and then we push, breaking this high here. So this is our new high, and then what we're expecting here is to form a new low, and then this was our new high, as you can see. So what we were expecting here is to form a new low, and then of which it already happened now. So what I'm looking for now is to see if price gonna form a new high. So how we're gonna form a new high, we'll see if we're gonna able to break this high here, of which this is happening. Price push to the downside, and then now we push into the upside. So let me clear this a little bit. So when I put my rain line here, as you can see, we push, we form this low, and then we push, we form this low. This is my low as well again, as you can see, and then we push all the way to the upside, and then we form another low here. This is the weekly time frame. So we already have this high here, and then already have this low here. So I know that what is going to happen here is, you can see we already pushed to the downside, and the price already push here from to the upside. So on the weekly, that is where I identify my trend. And then when I go down to lower time frame, daily, and for it, that is where I get more clarity, because these other key level for that I can't see on weekly, that I can see on daily and for each. So what I can say is that 4-hour daily time frame in weekly time frame, it's where I identify my key levels and my trend, where I'm going, where the price is heading to, whether it's pushing to the upside or to the downside, or it's correcting, or it's ranging. So as you can see here, we are on the daily time frame. So let's go back. This is our weekly low, as you can see. So what is happening? As you all know that, say, market is moving, like it is impulsive move and corrective move, and then we continue push to the upside. So from weekly, as you remembered, I said this is our low. So while we're forming this low, as you can see, there was this, as you can see, we push lower, come back here, and then we push lower, and then we come back here. So we're forming another structure here, of which it's a high, low, high, or something like that, and then you push into the downside, as you can see. And then when you look properly here, we're forming a structure which is a corrective structure, as you can see. As you can see here. This is a corrective structure, and when you look left, we are aligning this low here. As you can see, we form this low, and then we push to the upside, breaking this high here. So if we put a ray line here, as you can see, price form this structure toward this low here. And then this is where I'm gonna go back. Like at the beginning, I said how I do trade. I do apply some supply and demand concept. So as you can see here, we push to the upside and we form this low, and then we push from here to the upside, breaking this high here. So this area for me, as you can see, this whole area here, from this low until this high here, I would say this is it's a demand, it's my demand area, as you can see, this one. So as you can see, after we broken this structure, price push to the upside, and then we form a structure correctively toward this zone here, of which is our demand zone. So if we push, we are forming some structure correctively toward the demand zone, of which that will be looking more for the upside, as you can see. And then we form this clear structure from here, and then as you can see, we rejected to this area and then we push all the way to the upside, as you can see. So that is the first thing that I'm looking for. So of which is the, as you can see, first of all, it's a break of structure. As you can see, we push, we form this low, and then we push all the way to the upside, breaking these highs here, of which is a break of structure. And then what happened after the break of structure, that is what I'm always focusing on. As you can see, after we broken this structure here, we form a corrective structure toward what? A key level or a demand area. As you can see, we form this 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, as you can see, and then we push to the upside. So since price will be around this area, that is where I'll be looking to enter some trades from here, targeting this high here, as you can see, this one here. So if I enter here, my first target will be this area here, because that is where I'll be applying a 90% rule. Like you all know that when you have some structure like this, and then if we break here, that is where you'll be applying the 90% rule to this area where the correction started. So you can see our correction started already here. But why I'm applying the 90% rule is that I already know that we've been, okay, our trend, we've been pushing to the upside. So first of all, are we aligned with the trend? Yes, because we've been pushing to the upside, and then we've broken this structure here. This is another confluence. Then price corrected toward this key level of it, my demand zone. You can say so. And then my first target, this will be my first target here. Sorry. Of which will be a 90% rule according to this scenario here that I was indicating here. So as you can see what happened, the price pushed to the upside, and then you come back here to this candle. So like I said, trend first, candlestick the second, and structure is the last one. So as you can see, we've been pushing to the upside. That is my trend. Okay. And then the second thing, it's my candlestick formation, as you can see. So as you can see here, after this corrective move, we push to the upside, and then there's this candle here, as you can see. I don't want to use this like the smart man concept or something, but as you can see, there's a candle that was formed here, and then you can see there's a push, like strong momentum to the upside. So this candle for me, it's got the high, like it's got a high volume or high value, because it's most probably that price gonna come around this area. So we can say maybe like most of the guys, they usually say it's some order block and stuff, but I don't usually say that. So as you can see, we push it from here, and then this candle for me, this is where I'll say this is, I'll mark this candle from here. As you can see, price push after this candle. So this is my, so this will be my another fresh new key level or fresh new demand zone after this one here. So so when I have this area here, if I can see the clear push or an impulse move to the upside after this candle, that is where I'll mark it. Then so what it means is that it's more probable that price is gonna come around this area before push to the upside or to the downside if we have an opposite candle like this one. So as you can see, price push all the way from here and then come back around this area, and then as you can see, we push all the way to the upside. So as you can see here as well, we're still on the daily. I'm just gonna I'll go all the way to the lower time frame. I just want to explain this so that you can see some clarity on it. As you can see as well, we put from here, we push all the way to the upside. As you can see here, the only time where we have a clear momentum is here. We have these two candles to the upside, and after it, we have these two candles to the upside. So as from here, you can see price was ranging. We didn't have a clear, like last bearish candle. As you can see, we have all these candles. So we can say this is our zone here. And you can see price come back to test it and then push all the way to the upside. So that is how I look the market or the price action. As you can see, most of all, it's break of structure and a price. After the break of structure, price must correctively move to that candle or to that demand area or to that supply area. As you can see here, as you can see, there's this bearish candle here, and then you can see we push all the way, and then you have a strong momentum to the upside. So I'm gonna mark this candle here, and then what happened here, we have this corrective structure here, as you can see, and we're moving correctively to this area here. So when you move to 4H, to show you some. So when you move to 4H, as you can see, there's a structure that you can see now on the 4H. As you can see, as you can see, 1, 2, and then 3 here. We have 1, 2, and 3. And you can see our dead touch is around our demand area from 4 hour. So as you can see, what I normally do when it's here, as you can see, we identify this key area with this daily candle here, as you can see. So when you go to 4 hours, you can see we have this zone here, and then price form, and then toward this zone here. So what I normally do here, when the price is around this zone here, that is where I go to 1H. My entry time frame is 15. As you can see, it's 15 or 5 minutes, as you can see. So when you go to 1 hour, as you can see, 1H, you can see we already have this bullish. You can see there's this candle here showing that bulls are taking off, or a bullish momentum that it's coming back to the market, as you can see. So that is where I'll be able to maybe to place my trade above these candles here, and then my stop will be above. So the structure, as you can see, this is my structure. So most of the time my stops will be above or below or above the structure, of which the structure I'm using it as my shield, something like that, as you can see. So if I enter here, then I'll be targeting from this high is a 90% rule, like how I've said in the beginning. As you can see, this is my high here. So 90% rule, we activate it here. As you can see, we entered and trade, and you can see we push all the way to these areas here, and then look what happened after that. We come all the way to this area. So what happened after we broken this high? As you can see, we push all the way to the upside, and then we come back from here, as you can see. So since we are in line with the trend, we all know that from daily, we indicated that we've been pushing to the upside. So that is where when I know that my trend is pushing to the upside, and that is where I apply my structure. I know each and every time whenever I'm looking for the structure, I'll be looking for the flags, like larger flags or small flags. But if something happens, it must be aligned with my trend, high time frame trend, if it is a bullish trend on this scenario. So like here, you can see with this structure that is forming here, as you can see. As you can see. So these are okay. As you can see, this is our clear flag. Okay. First of all, what I'm asking, what I do before I enter this trade, I'll ask myself where I'm coming from, like due to nature of price. As you can see, I'm coming from the impulsive move. So this is a corrective structure. So what I'm expecting next into impulsive move again for continuation of the trend to the upside. In the higher time frame, we indicated that we're moving to the upside. After, as you can see, after we've broken this structure, we came back from here, and then we've been pushing all the way to the upside, as you can see from here. So we go back from here, as you can see. So we've broken this high here, and then something formed here, and then this is what the hour flag. And then when you go to 1 hour, that is where it's more even clear, as you can see. So you can even say maybe it's a double. As you can see, it is an arc formation. You can even say maybe it's a double bottom or something like that. And then you can even enter here above this candle here, and then take it to the upside. We all see the market in a different way, because someone can enter here on the 5 minute, someone can enter around this area on the 15 minutes, someone can enter here on the 1 hour time frame. So I won't say that I will always say that I won't even go to 15 pip stop. As you can see here, we are on the 1 hour, but look, if we enter here above this candle, look, we're already on a 12.6 pip stop. So that is where I don't follow some of the rules regarding the other guys. As you can see here, we are around this area, and then we all have full confluences. Okay, we are in line with the trend. We have this flag. We are coming from impulsive move. What you're looking for, as you can see, we have clear arc formation, and then this candle, as you can see, this it's forming like a morning star candle formation, as you can see here. This push here, and then this candle, and then with this bullish engulfing candle here. So it looks like it's a morning star formation. So we have more than 3 or 4 confluences around this area. And then, as you can see, from here to this high, it's already 3.something%. So that is how I look for my trades, or that is how I do identify some of my trade. So this is how I do each and every week. But most of all is that I look for the trend. Where are we heading to, or what is most likely scenario to happen on a coming week? Like, you all know, during the weekend the market is closed. So when I start off from weekly, that is where I'll see. When I analyze the market, I'll see which most likely scenario is gonna play out. Whether we're gonna be continue pushing to the upside, we're gonna pushing to the downside, or price is most likely to be forming more corrective structure or ranging. So they always say trend is your friend. So that is where I see that this is how I am saying trend is your friend, because if you understand where is the price heading to, or where the price is trading to, whether to the upside, to the downside, then everything is gonna be easy for you. That is where you're gonna apply your structure, and then you can apply everything. If you use order blocks, if you use supply and demand, then it's gonna be easy for you. But as long as you're gonna understand where is the trend heading to, everything will be easy for you. Like even like the Swiss pairs, like most of the Swiss pairs is not even, most of the Swiss pairs are moving correctively. Look, let me just show this one, like Swiss JPY, this one. Let's start off from daily here. as you can see. Going to start off from here. For example, you can see here, we push. You can see it is, we push from here, but we didn't break this high. So we form some corrective structure and then finally broke this structure here. So if there is a change of trend from here, then we're gonna put this out, we've broken this structure and then we come back from here, and then price push and then come back to this low, forming an equal lows here. As you can see, we push all the way to the upside and then we form some structure here. As you can see, this is the structure because we're on the daily, as you can see, and then we push all the way to the upside. We form what? A new high. And then this is our low. We've been coming from this low, we form a high, and then we form a low, and then we push to form this high. So what we're expecting here is to form a new low, which this is our new low. And then what we're expecting next is to form a new high, or price might come to this high here. So if price failed to form a new high, then that is where maybe it's gonna push all the way to this area, maybe to grab some liquidity around this area before we push to the upside. So as you can see from here, so let me just push this one. So this is our low here, as you can see. So I'm just gonna show you some easy example here. So that is where I know where we're heading to. We're heading to the upside. So now that is where maybe I'll be applying my structure here. As you can see, 1, 2. You can see there's a corrective structure here. So when we go to 4H, that is where maybe I'm gonna put more clarity on what I'm looking for here on the 4H. So as you can see, there's another structure that is forming here. You can even remove this one here. So put this one here a little bit so that I can deal with a most recent structure. As you can see. As you can see. So as you can see from here, let me just put this trend line just put this trend line. I'll explain why I'm putting this one here, as you can see. So okay, from daily we indicated that price is pushing to the upside. So as you all know that price gonna, when price moving like impulsive, corrective move, and then impulsive move. So around this corrective move here, there'll be opportunities that you can take a trade from here to this low here. But while you are aware that you're still pushing to the upside. So this trade that you'll be taking from here, it is a counter trade, you know. So if you can take a trade from me, you must be aware that something gonna happen when you find some key levels around here. So a trade that you're gonna take here, it's high probability than this one, because this one it aligned with the trend, because this one it in line with the trend. So what is happening here, as you can see, price, we know that this is our daily low here. So price push to the upside to form this low, and then price move correctively toward this low or toward this demand area. And then now price is pushing to the upside. So it's whether we're gonna reject from this low here, or we're gonna form a new high from here, and then we come back from this area and then continue push to the upside. So as you can see from here, is a even clear structure. As you can see, this is a clear structure coming to this area here. Yeah, as you can see. As you can see here, this is a clear structure coming to this area. We reject it from here, we push, breaking this area here, and then we push. As from here, as you can see, what I was saying on the higher time frame, as you can see, this is 1 hour time frame. As you can see, what happened here, we push. As you can see, we have a strong momentum to the upside. We form this candle here, the last bearish candle, we push, and then we reject it here, as you can see. And then after that, you can see we have a strong momentum to the upside, and then we have these candles here again on the hour, 1 hour time frame, as you can see. And then what happened after that, you can see price move correctively toward this key area here, as you can see. And then after that, what happened here, as you can see, push all the way to the upside, breaking this high here again. And what happened after that, price come back to this area here, as you can see, there's the candle here. So as you can see, trend first, candlestick formation second, and then structure, it's my last thing. So what I'm looking for now to see how we reach to these areas. As you can see, there's a weak rejection here, and then as you can see, you can enter a trade here from here and then take it to the upside, as you can see. And then when you go again, as you can see, we form some corrective structure here. As you can see, there's a structure here, and then there's this candle here, the last bearish candle. We have a nice push to the upside, breaking this high here, and then look what happened. Price came to this area here. Okay, what happened after that? We push all the way to the upside, and then what happened? We break this high here, and then price come back all the way to this area again, as you can see, correctively. You see, as you can see here, and then we shoot all the way to the upside. You see, so if you are, that is why I'm saying, if you are aligned with the trend, there's a lot of opportunity that you can take. There's a lot of opportunity, because I know some other guys were looking some reversal around these areas. There was a rail line here, like there was a rail line of which would be 1, 2, and then 3, or around this area, and then we sell off. But our trend, our high term trend, we're still looking for the upside, as you can see. So this is why you don't have to trade like against the trend. Follow the trend, everything will be easy for you. See, as you can see, this is an opportunity here. Look, you see 1, 2, 3, 4 here, almost 4 opportunities to the upside. And then even here, there's another opportunity here to take it to the upside. And you can see even here, after we push here, price form this structure here. As you can see, this is another opportunity as well, that you can take it all the way to the upside. So this is what I wanted to show you guys, that this is how I do analyze some trade during the week, like on the weekends, then what I'll be looking for in the next week and stuff. So trend, it must be your friend. Trend and candlestick formation, and then that is where you can apply your structure. Then from higher time frame, that is where you can refine your structure on the lower time frame. As you saw that we came from daily, then from 4H, and then from 1 hour. That is where identify these key levels here, you know. Yeah, so this is how we're looking at the market. Like last week, I shared some trade on Oz Kiwi. This is what I was looking for here, as you can see. This was the trade that I was looking for. As you can see, we already committed around this area, pushing to the upside. So when on the lower time frame, we are around this area. As you can see, we push from this area, and then there was this candle here. As you can see, this was my key level. And then what was happening here, there was this structure that was forming here. As you can see, here, price came all the way to this area, and then that is where I took this trade here, as you can see. And then my stop was below here. Most of the time, most of the time, like, it's not that I have fixed stop losses, but most of the time I don't take like a stop loss that is more than 25. Most of the time my stop loss is less than 25. It must be sometimes it's 25 or it's less. It's depending on the pace. Like maybe pound pace is gonna be 20 or to 25, or maybe about 15. This one was around, it was 17 or 16 pip stop loss. As you can see from here to here, look, almost 7% or 8%, as you can see. So that is why I'm saying, if you are aligned with the trend, everything will be easy for you. With just one trade, you can make even more than 5%. My risk reward ratio is 1 to 5. That is my trading plan. It's 1 to 5. Maybe before the end of the year, I'll share my trading plan on my premium group, because that is why I was saying that you guys must join my premium group, because that is where I can able to share some stuff, because Telegram, it's more accessible. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to share some stuff and then at the end of the day, I'm having some problem that maybe some guys are reporting me and stuff, you know. So this is how I do my own thing. Because even here, as you can see here, there's another opportunity even here to the downside. As you can see, we push here. As you can see, we've broken this structure here. We come to the downside and then push, broken this structure. And then where is our low? As you can see, this is our low, this is our high here. So this should be our demand area here on the 1 hour time frame. And then, okay, we identify the trend. Now this is we identify our candle formation, and then let's see if is there any structure that is forming around this demand area. As you can see, this is the structure that is forming, and then you can see there is some opportunity here. As you can see, you can take a trade from here to the upside. Your stop will be below here, as you can see. But you can be taking it from, you can be taking it from 1 edge or 15-minute time frame, as you can see on the 15-minute time frame, as you can see. And then your stop will be even, like you can see, 18 pips stop losses. And when you go lower to the 5-minute, that is where everything that changes. As you can see, maybe you can even go lower from here, and you can see it's 15 pips stop. And then we go back to lower to 1 hour, you can see from here to here, look, already 5%. So this is how I'm looking. This is how I do my analysis. This is how I always look for some structure during the weekend when I'm doing my analysis. So I hope everything is clear, guys. I hope everything is clear. So guys, if you have some question, you can drop it here. And this I'm recording this session. It will be available on the website where I upload some of the stuff for premium group. So it is a must, guys. Just sign up for the premium group. It's free. Just the total, it's free. Just sign up and then join Slack. Everything will be available for you. Then that is where everything it's gonna be easier. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to show you guys, and I hope everything's clear. And if you have some question, please drop them below and then I'll try to answer them. Yeah, on the entries, I'm gonna do another video regarding entries, but I just wanted to show you how I look for my trades and how I do look for market. And there was a reason why I shared some NZD trade yesterday, because there was a trade that I shared with you guys. I took it around this area and then it pushed it downside, and then fast it was on break even, because I was taking a trade it was a counter trade. It was not in line with the trend. So that is why, as you can see, most of the yen pairs are pushing to the upwards, because yen, like Japanese yen, it's weak. I will still cover that on the future episode. Japanese yen, it's weakening so most of the pairs will be pushing more to the upside. So we'll see how it goes. But what is the main thing that move market? It's interest rate in inflections. So if interest rate increases, so it's depending on the currency pair. If Japanese yen interest rate decreases, then it loses its value. So any pairs that is like, and if Japanese yen loses interest rate, then pound from like pound versus Japanese yen, pound is gonna get more value. So more people will be buying pound pairs. So that is why you'll see most of the pairs are pushing, most of the yen pairs are pushing more to the upside, because yen pairs are weak. That is why. So I'll share that in the future episode. So I'm asking you guys just to join the premium group. Everything will be there. That is all I'm asking. It's free. Yeah, trend, like, no, okay, trend, it must, trend, it's everything, man. Like I tell you, I tell you on my, on that post, that trend, it's everything. If you are in line with the trend, you can, like, for example, as you can see, there's this, look at JPY, look, been pushing from here to the upside. So when you go to 1 hour time frame here, there's this setup here, as you can see. Look from here, look from here, and then you take a trade from here, and then you step below here. Look, the only time that I'm still gonna share how I do manage my trade. Look, this is the 28 pip stop losses. Look, it's 13%, like from here to here. And then look, this is was on the 1st of October, and then from here, which is it, which is 12th of October. So it's almost, because there's a weekend around this area. So it's almost 5 to 6 days where you're holding this trade. Look, it's 10%, 30% a month. It's a decent return, man. So for me, it's possible to make double digit in a month. So just that you need to, if you apply what I'm saying, that if you're gonna follow the trend and then your candlestick formation, and then you supply demand, you order blocks. If you're trading order blocks, then you'll see more of the result. You see, even here, let me remove this. Let me remove this to show you. Even here you can see we've broken this structure here, we push to the upside, and then look, this is our demand area here from 1 hour time frame, as you can see. So this will be our entry, this will be our entry here, and then our stop will be below here, as you can see. So look, this will probably gonna be a trade that we're gonna hold until this high here. Look, 12%. From here to here. This was on the 6th October, and then look, 6th October until the 12th, almost 6 to 5 days. We taken away from like 12%. Even if you planning to maybe to do some funding problem like FTMO and other stuff, you can able to get those 10% or 5% within 18, 30 days. As long as you're gonna stick to what I was saying, So that's it, guys. So I hope you learn something from. I hope you learn something from this. More like for me, I always take risk entries. Most of the time, most of my trades are risk entries, Dion. Most of my trades are risk entries due to this, as you can see, this is the risk entry for me. You can see broken this structure from me, and then price came to this area. This is my risk entry. As you can see here, this structure is aligned with the trend. So you can see there's a weak rejections here. So this signalizes the move as well. As you can see, a lot of weak rejections here, and then this is the candle here, as you can see. Institution candle here, as you can see, it's aligned with the trend. As you can see, corrective structure around this area, and then you can take a trade here, whether on the 1 hour time frame, 15 minutes, on 5 minutes, it's up to you. And then you can take it from here and then to the upside. So most of the time, I do take some risk entries, So I've been I've been studying all this thing. I studied this market thing. I think it was in late 2018. So I've been studying. Yeah, guys, please join the premium group. There's a lot more that I'll be sharing, and yeah. Yeah, I'm still learning as well. So as I've been saying, that there's a lot more that we're gonna learn together. I'm still learning as well. I'm still a student of the market, but what I've been learning so far, I can share with you guys. Because, like, to be honest, we all been trading the Falcon way, but some of us we can't manage to pay that subscription, So if you have something like this, why you be ignoring to join or trying to follow it, because it's free, Yeah, like I'm gonna do some psychology stuff. I've been there, because what I'm sharing with you guys, it's something that I was struggling with. I've been taking lots of losses, and so what helped me, it's my ASR, because I've been reviewing my trade and see what was happening, what I can do better from this thing. Then that is where I came across. No, if I can follow the trend, there's a lot of trade that I can take, and I can hold a trade maybe for 2 to 3 days, and I can maybe I can make a good returns or percentage, So that's it, guys. So yeah, I think I'll be doing another live session on Wednesday next week, and this week I'll be doing a Sunday market outlook as usual. So please, if you didn't join the premium group, please do join, because there's a lot more stuff that I'll be sharing. So guys, I think we'll be catching up on Slack, and if you have some question, you can send them on my Telegram. Just DM me privately on my Telegram group. This live session will be available for premium members. I'll share it on Slack. So that is why I'm saying you guys must join my premium group so that you're gonna get this session. So guys, yeah, so that's it for today, guys. I'll share a link for the session once everything is done, once I've processed it and edited it, then I'll share the link. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for all those who tune in.